good? To get your trading action started, hit the bell. Let's go. It's time to go ahead and welcome to it. Live trading with Benzinga.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
Kiana.
Fisher.
Joy.
Joe. Cards drawn are the past, ones to come are future.
And the best part? It's beatable.
What's going on, traders? How we doing? Let's go ahead. Let's get it started. Let's bring on the guys here, Lord Ryan and Zunaid. What's going on, guys? How we doing?
Hello. Good morning.
All right, ready to get the trading action started. I know if you guys got to see the FinTwit conference over the weekend, my man Hung was there and Spencer was hanging out. But I know there was some great lessons learned in that. A lot talked about there was some different strategies. Even Brian Shannon was there with the anchored VWAP. So we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead. Let's dive on into the market, see what strategies are out there, and let's keep it going, guys. Let's go. What do you guys got for this morning, Zunaid?
Yeah, so kind of taking a look at the SPY. I was taking a look at what it did on Friday. So you can see that it tried to go ahead and get over the 403, had a tough time doing that, and then so it bounced off of the 397. So those are the two levels that I'm kind of keeping an eye on. So you'll see right here. Let's go ahead and kind of do that. We'll keep one there, and then we'll go ahead and keep one right over here. Excuse me, it did go a little lower. Oops, not there, not there. There we go. It did go a little bit lower, but I'm going to keep it at the 397 and see if we can go ahead and get a bounce there. So going to keep an eye on the SPY, see if we can get something going there. Maybe even try to play the $400 bounce on the daily expiration. So we'll see what's up with that one. And then, of course, let's go ahead and take a look at Tesla. This one was fun to play on Friday, but looks like it's kind of stuck within that range of about 788 and about 752. So going to kind of see where this one goes and pops. If it goes to the 750 once again in that near term, I will go ahead and take a look at that one as well. And I think this one was a CVNA that was popping up. I got to take a look. I know I had a stock in my early morning scanner. Give me a sec. I got a notification. It was Carvana. And so this one has a little bit of a pop. You can see how it continuously for the past couple of sessions has tried to get over 45, but just has had no luck whatsoever. I also believe, if I remember correctly, this one had options coming in. So I'm definitely going to keep an eye on this one if it wants to go ahead and get over the $45 level. If not, you can see this short-term support is about 36. And this one does have a habit of moving quite a bit. So we'll see what we do end up getting with this one. Looks like it had some after-hour news. So I am missing that for Friday. I'm not sure what happened there. But let's go ahead and jump to Apple as well. Apple at 150, I'm looking for that to be resistance. If it comes up to 150, I'll look to go short it just for like a quick point or two. But at the moment, it's trying to get over the 148. That was resistance the last session. So I'm going to go ahead and set an alert a little bit closer. There we go. Right about there. At about 148.21 on Apple. So yeah, we'll see what type of trading event we get. And as always, if I see any options coming through that are interesting of choice, I will definitely let us know.
All right. Good morning, Zunaid. Happy Monday. I'm going to go over mine here. A couple of things I really quickly want to clear out here from the chat. Jonathan Lovelace says, I watched Margin Call this weekend. Weird movie. There was a lack of character development. It is weird. I understand what they're trying to do, but it is a weird movie. I wouldn't necessarily say it's great. Jessica, I've never been so excited for Mondays in my life. Well, if we have that kind of effect on people, that's really, really awesome. A couple of things out there. We're doing a couple of things to improve the show. I'm going to actually improve the lighting in here, so you guys actually believe me when I tell you I've seen the sun before. Getting a lot of feedback there on how pale I look, so we're going to go ahead and fix that. WK Harris says, Lord Ryan, oh my. Yeah, it's not me being full of myself. It's Red Rum was explaining it to you. I actually bought land in Scotland, not in Ireland. And when you do that, sticking with tradition, you get called a lord or a lady if you're on the other side of that. Anyway, to the stocks. It looks like we had Rich asking about BBIG. Is it going to do anything today? You know what? We can start off today with an 8-ball. We will see if BBIG is going to do anything today. Let's figure it out. Is BBIG going to do anything today? Oh, we got to get the thing there. That says outlook good, folks. That says outlook good. So BBIG is going to do something. Now, we don't know what it is because we didn't ask specifically on the 8 ball. Let's take a look here. We did have a pop last Friday morning. We bled all of those gains back. It couldn't really do anything during the regular session, even with some elevated volume. So today, volume is going to be the key. If this thing can actually get volume, we really need to take out 275-ish here to make a move towards 3. If this doesn't get volume, I would expect this to either trade sideways or trade back down here today. So BBIG, 8 ball says it's going to do something. We will figure out what it is actually going to do. Another stock here that we're taking a look at is data storage. All right. They actually reported earnings this morning, and it looks like a big beat here, right? Big beat. They beat their sales estimate by 2.66 million. Which is like about a 30% beat here. So big time earnings results here. This actually looks pretty good. We're having a good pre-market. Same deal here. We're going to need volume for this to really move. But if we take out that high, we've already taken out the high a couple of times in pre-market, and it's pushed higher. So if we see that same type of move in the regular session, this thing could get wild, especially if it takes out 365, and especially if it has volume. So we're going to be watching DTST. TLSA, Tanzania Life Sciences. I refer to this as the fake Tesla. All right, fake Tesla. So we'll see if this ends up getting going today. It's under $1. Do not be fooled. AGRI. This is actually a play that I kind of like for a longer term for vertical farming. I don't own any right now. It's not a swing or an investment, but we will be watching this on the day trade side if we can get right above 210. Hi, buddy. Other than that, don't have a whole lot here from the movers list. I did notice that Spirit Airlines is going up. I won't trade this on a moral issue, so we'll go ahead and see. Why is it moving here? Spirit Airlines shares are trading higher after JetBlue appealed directly to Spirit shareholders for consideration of JetBlue's acquisition offer for the company at $30 per share. So be my guest if you want to play around with this. I wouldn't fly Spirit, and I wouldn't own their stock. You all right, Mitch?
Nah, I just wanted to give an awkward silence moment since you were trashing Spirit Airlines there. I can't blame you there. I can't.
You know, we should mention Mullen here real quick before I turn this over, since you're going to do an awkward sense. We might as well throw Mullen in there as well.
Mullen.
I don't necessarily
give you a mullet.
Say that again.
I said I'd give you a mullet.
You give me a mullet. Mullen is up here. I'm not necessarily sure. You said that there was a PR here this morning. This looks like the Mullen development partner takes solid state polymer battery cell to the vehicle park level. I don't know how much that's actually going to move this. This does move pretty nicely for day trades when it has volume, but it really hasn't had the monster volume that's really gotten this thing going. Like if we look back here, you can see this huge pop that we had. Anyway, level here to watch is going to be, can it hold above the $1 level? It's doing that so far today. If it can continue to do that, maybe. And then I think a push through 105 is going to be your first indicator of a potential entry here.
All right, so let's go ahead. Let's take a look. I don't have too much out there right now. Big part of me is just I'm waiting to see what happens. If this is going to be, dead cat bounce or not. I'm taking a look at sectors to see what's going on there. You can see a bounce in technology, but to tell you the truth, I mean, that doesn't really look strong to me there. So at least from sector technology, that doesn't make me want to just trade that on the upside. Same thing here in consumer cyclical. That doesn't really look strong. It just looks like a bounce. The same bounces that we've gotten here and here that eventually faded through and broke through the low. So for right now, I'm just kind of in patient mode. Just not trying to overplay stuff right now. I don't mind playing daily momentum, but swing trading right now towards either side right now, I think is a danger. And so I'm watching to see what happens in things like utility. At least this chart kind of makes sense. It keeps bouncing off the support, could come back on up and start trending. But for right now, I don't got much. The only thing I'm looking for is for my continued swing trade to kind of hold on here. Lucid was still in there. Might actually add to this swing trade if we could see some real downside action right out the gates here in the SPY. We'll keep watching the SPY. It's been going up and down, up and down. I think 402 is the important price point today. Do you hold above 402 and test towards the breakout? If you take a look here on the daily, look how you got these highs, and you can draw a trend line right through that. That to me looks like the same thing that we saw here, that eventually we went up to it and then faded down right back to it. So in my eyes, this looks like the same bearish charts that we've had for a while now. So I'm not in the bullish camp. I know a lot of people are trying to call the bottoms. I just think that that's kind of a losing battle, just because you're going to keep giving money back. I understand taking a swing trade right now, but I mean, hey, to each his own. If you think now's the bottom, we'll keep watch on stocks like Netflix, on Disney. I take a look at Amazon. Amazon started bouncing off of that 2048. If you see it go through that 2000 level, that's when I would really start taking a look to see if we're going to get a drag back down. Apple here. Apple is one that's been battling. Does it get back above 150 into the trend line 152 today? Or do we go right back down towards the 140s? If we went back down to the 140s, I would be careful about the market because we could see some downside action. A lot of fear in the market. I actually don't think there's a lot of fear in the market. Is there people that are getting hit hard a little bit? Yeah, there's a little bit of pain out there, but I don't think there's fear yet. I think fear is going to come down if we start breaking, let's say, 380s on the SPY, come down there to the 360s, 350s. Then you'll start seeing what fear is. I don't think you've seen fear, because if you take a look at the SPY, I mean, overall from the SPY, we're not even down 20% yet. So we're not even in true bearish territory there for the SPY. I know that we've had the def cross, and that has continued to show us that, oh, okay, yeah, def cross has actually worked there. And we're going to continue to watch what? I would watch the 50 EMA, the 50 SMA. The 50 SMA is the one that's been slowly just starting to grind back down here. And I'm going to keep watch on that to see if it's going to start curling upwards, or do we start getting curling down towards the price action as we see continued downside action. And the 9 EMA has started to stay above the price action, showing us that, yes, we're still in that bearish trend.
Yeah, that level for me, Mitch. So speaking about that level for me on the SPY is going to be 384, right? And personally, I'll just go ahead and say it.
384?
What?
Why 384?
That's the hair. Let me pull up my chart. It'll be clear as day as soon as I get my daily chart here. All right. So this is about it right here. All right. Let's get the horizontal line right here. 380, and the bottom of this candle is like 383.96 or something like that. Real close to 384 for all intents and purposes. Let's just call it 384. I think that we test this again. I actually think that the bounce that we got
is that just a support there that you're seeing?
Yeah,
there?
Yeah, just a support. And actually here, I actually have an easier one to see here. The reason I'm bringing this up is because we talk about this on a regular basis here in happy hour, and we have a couple of people that are pretty good chartists, and this is the chart that we constantly review. This chart is several days old, because I'm trying to find a previous one here. That 383.98 level represents a 20% move from the all-time highs. That is your bear market level, in addition to it being a support.
Okay, I have that closer towards 380, but might be the 20% here. I'm trying to draw the exact here to see where we can
all-time high I have is 479.98. Stuart is also saying it's a Fibonacci level. So anyway, the level that I'm looking for is 384. And
yeah,
I think
that's why I'm a little confused, because my fibs run into 380s. That's why I'm trying to figure out if it's 384 or 380. I'm just trying to look at it right now.
Yeah, and those are never down to the penny, Mitch. But that
of course, 100%.
That 380 to 384 level is absolutely going to be some support, and I would expect a test of that again. In fact, I think that this bounce here, I think that this is one of those bull trap bounces, if you will. You don't want to get sucked in on this. Because if this does reverse and this doesn't hold, you're not going to be able to get out of those long positions. And that's one of the things that I'm looking at here. That's one of the reasons why a lot of the shorter term trades that we're taking are not necessarily swings or overnight bets, but they're intraday and they're dependent upon volume, because I need to make sure I can get in and out of those trades. So this is kind of what I'm thinking here. I don't think this is over. I don't think all of the bad news is over. We'll see what happens with China, with the lockdowns being lifted in the summer, this, that, and the other thing, or Shanghai, whatever it is. We'll see how that plays out here. I'm going to remain skeptical until the bottom's in. I don't think that the bottom is in here. One more person was asking about Affirmed. I know that they beat and they had a really good earnings print and they've bounced from there. I would say the same thing that we kind of just said about the regular market. I'd caution you about getting trapped on this bounce. I actually still think that this trades lower. It is feeling a little heavy to me. My call here is 10 prints on Affirmed. I'm looking for this to print in the 10s. That's another 50% down from where we're at now. Oh, Mitch disappeared. Oh, that's all right. That's all right. So,
yeah. 10
Red
prints would be madness on that one.
Say again, Zunaid?
I said 10 print would be madness on that one, dude. From the 180s to the 10s, that's
but I mean,
crazy,
again, this is buy now, pay later, rising inflation. People don't have. I mean, I don't know, man. To me, this,
Why not buy now and never pay?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, how's that company gonna make it? I don't know. To me, this seems like it's going lower. I think with the earnings, it seemed so obvious that it was a short that it ended up ripping. To me, I still think we trade lower here. Zen Bullish says I'm negative on Affirm. Glad I'm not the only one.
All right. Well, we'll be watching also later this week. We start getting stocks like Walmart to start going through their earnings. This is one that I was calling bullish in the Benzinga Pro Trade Ideas widget for a swing trade off of right here around these same levels. So I'm going to actually be looking for this to kind of get hot here early in the week. Walmart, Target, BJ, DG, Dollar Tree. You can look at all these this week. I'm going to keep watch on all these. Walmart right now off of that pullback. Nice little pullback. I call this, what this is really called is technically a throwback, not a pullback. Pullbacks are when you break the bottom of the support and you come back to that support. Throwbacks are at the top of the breakout and they come back. That's why it's called throw and then back, and then they come right back to that price point. That's what we're going to be looking for here above the 150s for Walmart. I like the look. You got this nice technical pattern. It went up there towards 160, gave us a nice move from about 135. So you got about, what was it, 25 points there, and it pulled back. If you take a look here and you can draw the retrace here, you're right at that 50% retracement level, right underneath it. I like that level. Now we need to see it come back on through here. I would say around, let's say 150.59, 150.60s is where we want to see it close above to show us that move back up towards 160, which would be about 6.45%. And then you could risk maybe down there towards the 50 EMA, which is about a 4 or 3.5% risk. Not a bad risk to return there. We'll see what happens, how much you want to risk there, but I'll keep watching Walmart today. Target is another one that I'd watch. I like this 220.50 level. Keeps holding it here. If it could hold into it, maybe pull down a little bit below 220 and then quickly re-scoop back up through that 230s. We could see it come back towards 250s and maybe even 260s. By, let's say, August or September time. I'm actually looking for these for longer term swings as I'm thinking we're going to get better moves in discount stores. DG is another one. Same thing, throwback look, above breakout, coming back to the pullback. Look at this trend line that we're trying to run right into and then come right back above 234. We'll see what happens there. All right, guys, it's about to be 2:27. If you guys got a stock you guys want to take a look at, throw it up in the chat. Love God and Neighbor wants the AMC Dragon covered here. We killed AMC last week with a nice little run on up here. We'll see if this can come back up and run. And a lot of this was dash for trash, right? A lot of stocks that were like kind of growth stocks that haven't had really good earnings were starting to get pushed. We'll see if we can get up to let's say 13. I'll put an alert for us at 1278. Unless we can get into that area, we're not going to trade it. But if we can get into that, we'll definitely take a look at AMC. All right. Have you guys ever worked for a prop firm? Honestly, I haven't. I've been invited to prop firms, but I haven't done it yet. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah, I'd be interested in it just to see what that's like, because I'm sure there's so much that I could learn from that experience. I'd be interested in it.
It's like
I haven't pursued it.
It's a full-time thing kind of thing. If you want to really be on a prop firm, they're going to want you there full-time and that kind of thing. But if you know one that wants me part-time, That we can do, right, Zunaid? We
Yeah,
can nail
yeah.
that down. But hey, who knows? Maybe Zunaid and I start our own prop firm.
Yeah, Jason. Let's have Jason fund it.
Yeah, there you go. That's what we need to do. We need to make him enough money though, so he can fund it. So let's get to work. Let's do this. We'll keep on watch. Apple above those levels. Tesla, the Tesla Dragon. Do we get back above 800, or do we crack back down to the 756 area? It's been trading between a range. Just keep an eye on it. It's going to be very volatile, and you could see some choppy action. SPY starting to leak here, guys. Just want to put that out there. Unless we get back to 402, I'm going to be looking for downside action right out the gates here. Might be adding to my Lucid short to take this down. We'll see what happens here. I need to pay attention towards the bell, and I'll let you guys try to take lead here at the bell. I'm probably going to get some shorts on. So,
all right, let me go to the washroom real quick first.
Yeah, I mean, you can share mine. It's fine. Keeping an eye on SPY for sure. Like we talked about that 403 level. It'd be interesting. A part of me wants to get puts right out the gate in case we don't break this 450, but I'm not. I'm going to be a little bit more patient than that. Let me also check out Nvidia and see what we got going on here. Nvidia, a little bounce from the 174s. That could be decent. Should be 173.50. That could be a decent little bounce there if we get it. But it's got to clear the 179. You can see that's where resistance is on Nvidia. Let's check out Twitter. I mean, Twitter, boy. Yeah, Twitter didn't give us a chance to short this at all yesterday or on Friday. I'm not interested in Twitter whatsoever. Does Elon buy it? Does he not? I have no idea. Ooh, I haven't looked at the Qs, actually.
Twitter for a short looks interesting also. Beyond Meat also. That's going to be a target right now. I think that's probably going to be my target out the gates here, guys. Beyond Meat. Versus going for something that I already have, Lucid.
It would be helpful if I logged into E-Trade too.
All right, let's take a look here. Beyond Meat. Pre-market. Nice little look here. $30.50s is what I want to get into on Beyond Meat. It looks like it wants to break 30 already, though. We'll see if it can get $30.50s. All right, just got short a little bit there at 30.60s. Risk is above 31s in closing. I'll get out there.
Q is coming down below 300.
Boom. Knockdown back to 30.17. See it go through 30 here. Short on that Beyond Meat. We'll see if we're able to nail this down here. 30.50s going through the 30s is what I'm looking for here. How's our Qs?
Qs are kind of figuring out what to do around 300 is what I'm seeing.
Okay.
Looking for it to possibly test 301. Yep, coming to the upside now. Let's see here what we got. Just one on that side. Yeah, Q's trying to pop. We're trying to get a little rejection off at 350 or off at 350. I'll go short here real quick. Just one contract just to kind of get the hang of things on this Monday. Short 300 puts expiring today. Got filled at 240. Stop loss is going to be above 301.
All right, we just broke 30 on the bid side. Looking for it to break on the offer side, and I'm going to take some out there on Beyond Meat, and then we'll look for the takedown.
Again, I'm short the 300 puts expiring today. Paid about 240. Stop loss is above 301. So on the contract, I'm probably risking about $60 or so.
All right, we'll see if Beyond Meat can crack here. Got in there at the 30.60s, looking for the breakdown through the 30s here. Then we'll take some profit. There we're seeing a little bit of a breakthrough there.
All right, Q is trying to come down. I'm going to go ahead and sell this one contract at $2.95 if I can.
All right, order to cover out here some.
All right, I'm out at 295. I only had one contract to start green, and I am out. So it's a quick one
right,
contract, $60.
Just covered some at 29.73s. Great trade here for us. Beyond Meat getting shorted here.
Oh, excuse me.
Just took some
$54.
profit there and Beyond Meat. We're going to look for this to continue down. If it comes back to VWAP, it's okay. We're actually up above it. So let's see if we can get some continued downside action here towards 29 and then take profits towards 29. That'd be a 1-point win right out the gates here.
Sorry.
I'm already out of the one contract on the Qs, obviously, because I only had one, but now they're trading for about 310. But I'm all out because I only had one contract. And the reason I took it is because, again, that $300 level was key, as you can see from here. And I also wanted to see if it can pop above. So as soon as it got to 350, I went ahead and got those puts, and I knew that above 301 was going to be my stop loss. You can see that it's trading near VWAP is when we got it, and then we got the rejection of it, and then it came on down. Now, obviously, this can go ahead and bounce, but just wanted to go ahead and get green. So we only got one contract, and we are already out. We got in at 240 and out at 295.
All right, seeing a lot of retracing there, guys. Look at Lucid out the gates, man. I wish I would have jumped on that bad boy. Ooh, look at that to the left. Kapow!
So Mitch, you stayed in your short, right? Just to
Yeah,
clarify.
hell yeah, I stayed in my short, baby.
Mitch,
Hell yeah,
yeah.
I stayed in my short, dude. Gotta keep your conviction on sometimes, as long as you're sticking to what? Your trade, the way you set it up from the very beginning. I think that's the most important part. If that's what you set it up for, you set it up to make those shares work for you. Don't cut it early, guys. I would have been doing what? I would have just been cutting and ruining my position. That's why I didn't add to this position either, because I talked about that on Friday. Every time I add, man, I just ruined my average. My average would have gone down probably to like 1820s or 18. And then what would have happened, Ryan? I would have got stopped out today, right out the gates. I would have been like, too much pressure on me on the trade. And then I would have got stopped out. Instead,
you know, there's something to be said for getting to a full position that you can be comfortable with and then not going above it, even if you believe that you're going to be right. You know what I mean? Position sizing is key in all facets here.
That's why I always hate that.
It can't be overstated.
That cliche of always adding towards winners, because that's just in the right environment. I think in the wrong environment, that actually hurts you.
So DTST dropped to the VWAP and bounced. It's trying to set up again here. We'll see if it gets hot. AGRI, which we also talked about, that moving towards the highs. So that broke out here, took out these levels, these pre-market levels that we had set.
All right, guys. Not seeing too much of a slowdown. I'm seeing a little bit of a slowdown here. Beyond Meat just took a little bit more off there. 29.60s. We got in this one at 30. Our original entry is up towards 30.61. So that's not a bad. We just took a point more there. Let's see if this can continue down through 29s.
I'll take a chance at DTSC. I'm going to go ahead and grab some here. Got filled at 361. My stop loss is going to be 336, and that's right below VWAP.
This guy Zen, dude. You sound so excited, Zen, today. Welcome to the depression. So excited, Zen.
Zunaid, on that DTST trade, from my eye here, it looks like it needs to take out this sideways 1 minute formation. Top of this looks to be at 372. So I think if you get above 372, you're going to be in business here. Is that the top of those wicks is what I'm talking about in the regular session there?
I hear you.
372.
Getting a little bit of a bounce here.
And by the way,
and then you've got 377.
And by the way, with AGRI, 233 looks to be the spot we're pushing on that right here. AGRI.
Here, I'll go ahead and put up the.
It took it out.
You gotta put your charts up, Ryan.
Got you right here.
I got you. Thanks,
I got you, my friend.
Man, oh man.
Ryan's watching those quick movers, so.
I know, but it does me no good. It does me no good if I don't have the chart shared. So here we took out 233. We're pushing above. This isn't moving as fast as we'd hope. We haven't got like a big pop above, but that 233 was a pretty good spot that we took out here. Next spot here is going to be the high. This is what? Let's see, 271. So a lot of room between here and there. We'll see if we can end up moving up that high.
All right, I'm liking BTU. I'm trying to get it right now in a pullback towards 21.85, but it's up there towards 21.95. Want to get it closer towards the 80, where the VWAP is. Look for a little pop back above 22s, but need to pull back here. Does look strong though. There's a little bit of a bounce there, guys. In a bunch of stocks actually, you're starting to get a little bit of a bounce there. I think the SPY. Did we catch a little bounce there? A little bit. Looks like we did get a little bit bounce in some of
It's
these
up
names.
off the lows, but it's nothing notable yet. Let's see. We got asked about Veru at the start here. Let's take a look and see where we're at on Veru. Okay. So interesting. So here, let me actually.
Close to getting stopped out on DTST, and there's a stop out on DTST.
Veru, this took out this 321 level. 387 is the next level that I got, although I think we might run into a little bit more resistance right here around 1365, not 365, 1365. We'll see if Veru can get going here.
Lucid coming back here. I might get actually short on Lucid to add there, but it has to be above my entry, so we need to wait for a little bit. I'm just going to be patient with it. I want to add to it, but that's like coming down there towards 750, coming back towards VWAP. We're going to see right here the SPY starting to come back here in a strong manner. Is it going to rip here through 402s? 402 is where the level I think it needs to rip. If it just holds here, it could just be another trap here. Commodities very strong, says Jay. Hey, I was looking at them too. I was looking at BTU right now. But let's take a look at the sectors. What is strong here out the gates here? Energy leading us up 1.2% from the open. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I've been seeing those gas prices too, man. They're starting to get too excessive. Utilities up 0.36% there. Healthcare up 0.36%. Maybe you're looking at some bigger manufacturers like Lilly up today, AstraZeneca up today, Pfizer up today, J&J, Johnson & Johnson up today. Those look interesting there. Johnson & Johnson looking interesting also. I like that chart.
DKNG, interestingly enough, here, this the interesting thing is we have a 30% bounce already off that 10 level that we put in on May 12th. That was what, Thursday, right? May 12th. Yeah, May 12th was Thursday. So we're already up 30% off that bottom. Let's see if this ends up holding. Again, I'd be worried that this is just kind of a trappy bounce in here.
All right, guys. I like DE and CAT today, guys. You guys know how I like these names. I need a pullback here towards VWAP so I can get in on them. But I do like these names today.
I'm going to go ahead and grab a single contract here. Went ahead and grabbed the 302 calls expiring today. Got filled out at $1.90. Stop loss would be a break of about $299.50. It's a much riskier trade.
So Veru, interesting here. Good shout there, Gene. Veru looks like it's trying to go higher here. Took out that 1365 level, immediately pulled back, but we're trading sideways here. So let's see if we can build sideways and then take out that 1365 again. 1387 would be the next spot there. Here, okay, they're yanking Veru back here. So Veru looks like it's moving around quite a bit. AGRI new highs, by the way. AGRI off our list this morning, new highs here, going for that 271, it looks like.
Q's with a bit of a pop.
AMC trying to squeeze a little bit there, guys. It went up there from 1155s up to 12. Seeing a lot of attentions on those 12s. I could see a lot of on the offer side, 1201s, 1205, 1207s. Just wait in there. So just keep your eyes on that.
Q's with a little bit of a pop. Those contracts went up 10%. I did not sell them as I hit 301. Probably should have, but oh well. I'm going to see if we can test 301.50, to be honest, but might get stopped out here.
Are you trying AGRI?
No. I'm looking at the Qs. I'm on the calls. We're up 10%,
Gotcha.
but I didn't sell.
That stopped out on the rest of Beyond Me at 3060s. Even though it looks like it could come right back down there, just stopped out on the last little piece of it. It's a good trade so far. Good day. Lucid direction, not very lucid or clear. I agree with that. I mean, it's not clear. You get pops like this and squeezes. It's just squeezing all around, though. The big thing is, are we going to stay in a trend? That's what the big thing is for me. Honeywell looking good.
Beach Bum, good call on the sympathy plays there. Rkda and Y10. Looks like those are going with the other AG stocks. That's what AGRI fits into. So you can watch all of those. AGRI is the one I like the most here, mostly because the volume looks to be the best, at least so far. Brock says, I can't trade this chop. Brock, I'm with you, my man. It's been tough, and there's nothing wrong with sitting it out until you get the environment that you want. Don't compound your own problems. You're your own biggest enemy.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and sell some here at 220.
All right, guys, stop set here for 1862 here on Lucid. Just hit the ad there at 1850s here. Small little ad. Remember, it's a small little piece. So I just doubled it up there so that we're at 1851 on Lucid with a double entry and a risk right above it, about 8 cents, 9 cents. And if we get stopped out, so be it. But if it comes back down, I'll be able to make double the profits.
Out half on the Q's calls at 220.
So I'm glad I was patient there. Let's go. What you got,
Jay saying Cyber and Fortinet, FTNT, acting much better than Zscaler and CrowdStrike. That's true. I wonder why that is the case. I know they've all had recent sell-offs, but Cyber and Fortinet seem to be bouncing back to where they were the best. I wonder why that is. Let me know, Jay, if you have any hypothesis on that.
And this is exactly why we scale out. As you can see, those contracts are now down for us.
WK Harris, how come McDonald's don't move down much with the news that they are vacating all of Russia? I would have to double check this. I mean, first of all, yeah, I guess we're only down 1% here. This really isn't all that bad. I would check what percentage of their revenue comes from Russia. How big of a percent is that? And how much have they already closed down? Your statement there, vacating all of Russia. Were there just some straggler stores that were open or something like that? Seems like the devils are in the details in that one. That would be my best guess. It was priced in, says Ed. There's your answer. It's kind of that's one of the other things. I mean, again, when they started talking about that for a while. John Doe,
the other half.
Sorry, Zunaid.
You're good. The Q calls, I'm going to go ahead and get out of the rest of them here at 165.
John Doe is talking about this NATO deal with Sweden. Sweden has biggest anti-cyber. You know, I was actually wondering, NATO deal, does that mean the cyber stocks are probably going to be mostly in play? You seem to be ahead of that there. I'm not sure if that's going to be it, but I'm looking into that too. I'm not positioned for that, by the way. So if that happens too fast, I'm not going to be in to take advantage of it.
You had DTSC try to go and pop above 350, got rejected. Now currently at 337. Carvana did go ahead and pop above the 45 level, but now it's coming down. Looking to test possibly the 43. I'd be interested, but for now, not in the trade.
Pinky on up, everybody. Pinky on up.
Oh, Mitch, pinky up.
Gotta get the energy right.
You know what? I went to Costco. They did not have oranges. They only had like the little tangerines and grapefruit. So I ended up not getting oranges this weekend, which means no fresh squeezed orange juice for me.
Somebody send my man Ryan some oranges.
But not if you're going to send me Tropicana or something terrible like that.
Yeah.
Apple moving to the lows here. Bitcoin moving to the lows here. SPY moving to the lows here. Sorry for the awkward silence there. Answering a teammate.
I'm trying to look back and see what I could have done because obviously I got the Qs pop. I sold half for profit. I sold half for loss. I think that overall trade was down 5% because I think I got a few more cents to the downside than the upside. I'm just reviewing this Qs trade. I guess I could have gone short again at 301 with a stop loss near previous close, but I feel like that's more of a hindsight trade. Carvana with the pop didn't give me the $43 entry. You do have AGRI at 227s here. Let's see, AGRI. Does it have volume? It's dying. Is it increasing? It is near VWAP, so I'll take a shot here. I went ahead and got filled at 227 on AGRI. My stop loss on this one is going to be 218s on AGRI.
AGRI, huh?
Just because it's near VWAP, and if volume increases on this one, it could be beneficial. But with the Qs coming down, with this market coming down, it's not the best trade. But it looks like the VIX did hold at $29.
Well, if it trades up against the market, that might be one of your best options here. And I know you probably don't want to hear this, but DTST looking like this might try to go back to and through the VWAP. We'll see if that ends up materializing.
Yeah, I keep trying to break that 350, which is near VWAP as well.
Did somebody yell timber?
No, why?
Timber! If the spy falls in the wood,
Yep,
and
here we go.
nobody's out there, do they hear the spy fall?
No, but the portfolio goes red.
We'll see what happened.
DTST pulled right back from that VWAP.
Second time rejected from that 350.
DTST.
Yep,
We'll
here we go. Here's the VWAP test. Let's see if it. Nope, not yet, man. They're not letting that go. You get it right to the VWAP and they yank it here, right back to the VWAP. Now we took it. Let's see if we can move above.
We are up a splendid 4 cents on AGRI. What a badass I am.
Splendid.
There we go. DTST. This might move now. Through VWAP here. Might move now.
Yeah.
All right. Only energy from the open into the green now. Utilities in the red. Healthcare is slightly 0.03 in the green. We'll see if this continues. What's getting hit the hardest?
Here we go. Okay. And they yanked it right. Wow. This is
right. It's going back and forth between the 352 and 48.
This is tough. No questions, Zunaid. This is tough.
Yeah.
That's my Build-A-Bear. Oh, good Lord. I don't know why I'm so against Build-A-Bear. Poor little kids.
Poor little kids, says Mitch.
I'm trying to take away their bears and stuff. That's how I feel like when I short Build-A-Bear.
Man, Mitch.
Taking bears from the children, man. That's messed up, man.
Bids coming in on D. I we'll see here. Yanked right back, man. I better not make predictions because as soon as I make the predictions, it's going to get slapped.
Yeah, it's a choppy market. Just be careful.
I think we go higher here on DTST. 353, big seller here. They took it. Here we go. Here we go. So if you took that trade off the VWAP bounce, definitely trim here. You're up 14 cents. Nice. I think we go higher here too. Here come the bids. 66 is going to be your next spot here.
You got AGRI going up to the 240s as well. I'm going to go and sell half here. Got filled at 240s, half out.
And you're trying to catch the apple pop? Are you trying to catch Are you trying to catch it early or wait till it pops?
What? Oh, you're answering.
I'm looking at a comment here.
Yeah, I've got
Daniel.
brokers up.
There you go. He's looking at Apple. Build a bear market. Investing, swing trading, day trading. Get ready to buy stuff you didn't buy before. With like a green candy apple. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. It's hanging off the 145. It already did down, up 1, down, up 2. Down, up 3. Shouldn't get past, let's say, the 146.23 on the upside. I would expect that to bring some upside momentum.
Oh, come on. Don't do that. Come on back up. Come on, AGRI. Make that little pop. Make that little pop to about the 250s, please. So I can get some more out of 245s. Don't do that.
DTST is trying to pop hard above 364. There we go. This spot. Man, it's tough here. 362. There's an offer there. Let's see if they take that.
Oil. MRO off the VWAP there. If you want to take that.
We gonna take it?
Let's see MRO here. See if I can get one more retrace here. Might just take off from this level. Looking at MRO here, oil play here, guys, off the VWAP there.
362 falling here. Sorry, Mitch.
You're good.
DTST going higher here.
Keep calling it. Keep calling it.
DTST going higher here. If it takes out this 363, we're going to pop. Already a great trade through VWAP at 345, but we might have another pop here on top of this. 363, definitely your spot. They took a lot of stock at 360 and 362.
All right, like that oil trade today. It's working out well. See what happens there. All right, guys. Oil, the only thing in the green now from the open. We'll see if we get reversals in the SPY. We did get a bounce there at the 398s, but we have seen a lot of things go into the red here from the open. Residential construction getting killed today, guys. Lennar down, HOV down, KBH down, so Toll Brothers down. Are we finally going to get that housing crack? We'll see what happens, man. Housing's been up like, I don't know, like what, 40, 60% in the last 3 years?
All right, so DTST back down here to VWAP. If you had any remaining trailer on that, I'd cut it. Just wait for it to set up again. Still really good first trade off that VWAP bounce. Let's see if VWAP holds here. This might set up for us again.
What am I in on this one, man?
Hard to trust this market, says Stuart. Boy, you got that right, my friend.
Yeah.
You got that right.
It's hard to trust it either way. That's just the way it is right now. Time to bring the tunes in. We're going to do a little bit of some dull action. It's kind of sideways for me right now. It's not that it's dull, but nothing's trending yet. And in my eyes, we're not trending down. In my eyes, we're not trending up right now. We're just kind of sideways.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Bring a little tunes
Going
in
to check
here.
out the scanner here. Yep, all good. Going to check the scanner and see if we can find some newer plays. How's AGRI doing? It's looking good here on AGRI. Actually, I'd love to see this entire formation get taken. Zunaid, are you still in this one?
AGRI, yeah, I am.
Nice.
Oh, well, half out at 240. Yeah, half out at 240.
Okay. I see you. I see you. 242 looks like we take that out. We could take out this.
I have a
formation.
limit order out at 245.
Ooh, big pull here though.
Yeah.
Right to VWAP.
I might go for a scalp here, Ryan. I don't know if you like this play, but I'm looking at rig.
Let's see it. Set it up for us.
All right, so it's a VWAP bounce play, but it's a move through 4 that we're really trying to look for.
And that's also high a day. Yeah, no, I definitely like those. How's the volume on? Let me actually put. I'm not used to looking at the volume on your platform there. How's the volume?
It's at 2.2 million on the hour.
Oh, dude. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I
nice
like
daily
this.
level
I
there.
actually think that this, if the volume takes another leg up, I think you're good.
Let's try it. Let's try it right here. We're gonna try it up to 395s here. Let's go for a short trade here. Just got in there at 398s there, guys. There's a good stacking there on the offer there. You see a whole bunch on the 398s. There's like hundreds of orders, yet on the bid side, there's only 100 order. But there's bad volume on that wall there, 397, 398. We're going to look for that to just get filled through and all of a sudden just zoom right through $4. We'll see if that happens. If not, we should get a pullback maybe probably towards VWAP. That would stop us out.
Daddy backstrap. Interesting handle there. Check Roblox, Ryan. Looking at Roblox here, 35 looks to be the spot here. This was clearly resistance before. If we can take that out, maybe we change the bias here. Tough to trust any of these bounce moves though, especially in the tech names. I'm not sure that we're actually at the bottom here. Like we were saying at the outset here, I expect SPY to go down and test 384 one more time. Tough to tell if these have actually hit their bottom so far. Although if we take out 35, I think maybe that does change the bias.
Out AGRI at 223. Cross below VWAP. I don't like it.
Wave leak. We're trying to limit the spam in here. So if you continue to just spam tickers over and over and over again, we're going to have to time you out, buddy.
Especially when you just went over it, didn't you?
Yep. I mean, I'm trying to be as polite as I can today.
But if I put my stock 3 times, does that mean it goes up faster?
It means it goes down faster.
Probably, more than likely.
Take that.
More than likely, it probably goes
Oh,
down faster.
man.
At least what I've seen in my time, when you're there hoping and praying for a stock to go up, usually doesn't go that way. But we'll see what happens, guys. Let's keep it going.
Apple trying to continue to
GOED,
go with the 145.50.
Looks like I'm getting a Chris Catchy alert here. I like to pay attention.
Yeah,
when I
let's
see
do it.
these. So he's talking about how there's an article that we just put out on Benzinga. We put it out on Friday, so it's not like it hasn't been out for a little while. But it says consumers can soon buy solar panels at IKEA, and so what kind of plays can we find with that is interesting. Let's see. Let's take a look here.
Well, the first question that I would have there is, what brands are going to be sold?
Boom. That's exactly what's in the article. Isn't that the good stuff, right?
See, I want to know the good stuff, Mitch. This is simple.
Yeah, it's simple. I'm going to throw it up in the chat here, guys, so you guys can check out the article. Don't want to go ahead and give away all the gold there, but you guys check out the article for yourself there. You guys can just click on the link.
Copy that.
You can click on the link if you go to the YouTube or any of the platforms.
Yeah, I have to go to
it on
YouTube.
there.
Okay.
I'll put it up in the private chat here for you so you can just click.
There we go.
Boom. There you go, my friend.
There we go. Now we talking.
But there you go. You guys can pay attention. Chris Catchy does his research, man. That's one thing I'll tell you guys. So let's take a look there. One of the ones that I give you this mention in here is the Sun Power. So let's take a look at that. That's SPWR. Okay, so let's take a look how it's trading today. All right, hold on 1 second here. I'm still kind of focusing on Rig here at the same time, looking at both of these trades here. Yeah. If anything, you could throw it up here.
Oh, yeah, sir. Sorry, I can do it. SPWR. You know what would really be interesting? I believe Sunrun has a deal with Costco. I'd have to look into that because I'm pretty sure that I saw a Sunrun rep trying to sell solar panels to people on the way out the door at Costco. And I was just going to say a deal like that might be the next thing to look for here.
All right, getting tested here on Rig. Might get stopped out here. Just want to see if it closes down below the 395s. If not, then it can come back towards the 4. Just got to hang on tight here. We'll see what happens. All right, Sunrun does have a deal at Costco, says Roy Gomez. He looks like you're not the only one that's seen it.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Really quickly on SunPower here. Excuse me. If you were going to trade this, I mean, honestly, I feel like 14 could be your downside. And then you'd be looking obviously for 24 plus probably on the upside. So that's a fairly decent risk reward if you believe that this is going to move from here. I would just not, I wouldn't go too big on any of these because if this is a trap, you're essentially going to be sucked in and not able to exit, or you're going to have to take it out.
Yep. All right, SPY coming right back down there, guys. I just want to put that on the alert. Just be careful out there. I'm seeing weakness in the SPY there. You could see some takedown action start happening here.
Your owner saying solar saved my energy bill. I'd love to hear some more details on that. What were you paying before? What are you paying after? What kind of maintenance is involved in keeping the solar panels operating at maximum efficiency or close to?
Yeah.
I have some other questions about that. I'd love to hear your firsthand experience, though. Absolutely.
Definitely, and you got to look at your state, right? The state you're in is going to depend a huge amount on that. How much are they offering you to go ahead and get into sun power? I think it's important, and if you're going to get into solar, definitely know what kind of advantages you can get from the government to go ahead and maybe pay off those solar panels for free, essentially, in the long run.
Yeah. And then obviously in the long run, again, especially if the efficiency is nice, it'll actually just be making you money. Get your feather duster out. I don't think it's that simple. I think you need to actually use a cleanser. One thing, Hex Pony is talking about whatever he does when the people. I will say this at Costco. When I go to Costco, I'm on a mission, right? I have objectives. I am trying to get in and out as soon as possible. Costco can get ridiculous on the weekend, so I try to get there right when it opens and get out as fast as possible. When I walk by the people that are selling things, it's like I don't even see them. They'll try to give me their spiel, and I'll completely ignore them. And I feel bad, but at the same time, I'm there for one goal and one goal only, and I am not going to deviate from that goal because someone's trying to sell me something.
Someone throw me in a Costco. I want to catch Ryan walking in. I want to be like, hey, nice blue shirt you got on there, Ryan.
I did it on purpose too. I was like, I hope someone asks me about it. That's awesome.
You see, that's the kind of salesman I am. I know the hot spots, man. Hey, I used to do door-to-doors for a reason, guys. Let's just say I supported all sports teams back then.
Door-to-door sales. Let me tell you something. That sucks. That absolutely sucks. Snow-covered panels don't produce well. Exactly. So that's why I think, places like California where it doesn't really snow, it's just sunny every day, probably better for solar panels.
All right, let's see if we get the rig breakout here, guys. Held on to there. Let's see if we get it through 4 here. Looking for that breakout. This is a scalp type of play, guys, so just be careful, like always.
I like that above 4, Mitch. I think you might have hit one.
$3.99.
I know.
There's the wall. You see the wall built up there. On EdgeX, you see 305 right now. I'm going to see that just get taken down on EdgeX and Arca. Those are the 2 main ones that I try to pay attention to. And boom, they just got taken a little bit there.
There's a huge offer here, by the way. Huge offer.
Huge.
170,000 shares for sale here. They've taken some of it.
just gotta wait. Relax here. Let the market makers work this out right here.
Oh, they took a big bite out of it there.
Yeah, they're taking chunks right now. Chunks.
Yep. Now they're backing it off a little. Let's see.
So just being patient here. Trying to rig the count. All right, guys, what's going on out there, guys? What are you guys seeing that you guys are liking out there in this market? Anything? Maybe liking some shorts? What's going on out there, guys? Seems like the chat got quiet.
They're quoting some movie that I can't place. I actually feel bad about it. They're quoting some type of movie.
Carface?
Carface? What do you say? Carface. What do you say? Yeah, I'm not familiar.
Carface, maybe.
Not familiar.
All right. One thing that I'm liking is, remember how there was only like that 100 order that was showing up on the bid side? Now I'm starting to see some more orders showing up on the bid side there at 397s. You see how it just flipped? Look how the supply and demand just flipped there. Now you're seeing all those huge orders on the 397 versus the 399. BTST starting to get moving again.
Look at GTST. It's more than getting started. It just blew through that VWAP. Big trade if you took that. I was late to it.
All right. I'll put up Zunaid. It has multiple.
Yeah, I'm going to try some AGRI here at 332s. See if we can get a pop. And okay. It's going to test it. A pop above 240s would be great. SPY looking to test VWAP. If it comes up to 300s, I could be interested in a short scalp. Honestly, all I've been doing is scalping here for like $60, $70 here and there.
Hey man, that stuff adds up, Zunaid. I used to, when I first started doing that, I used to say to myself, what are you doing? But I realized, like, if you can keep chipping away and that adds up, there's nothing wrong with it. Everyone loves to make the huge totals, but I mean, there's other ways to do this.
100%. Especially if you look at the Qs in the 1 minute. I mean, just look at this, right? It's just scalping is where I've had the luck here. As Qs once again try to test VWAP, and you've got AGRI looking to test the 240s here in a minute. Currently at 239s. There's a 240 test, looking to break, and there's a break above. Going to go ahead and sell half here at 242. Out 242 half.
Shebang, shebang.
It's about 10 cents on that move. Looking to get a test of about 248 if I can. Matter of fact, I'm going to sell limit on 247s. 247s on AGRI. Already half out at 240s.
Boom, boom.
Q's popping above VWAP. Looking to test 300. I would have liked to go short there, but I'm not going to since I'm already in this trade. I'm going to keep it.
Junaid using that squawk voice today.
What do you mean? Just like fast, quick?
Tara, tara, tara.
Hey, out here just spitting information.
All right, guys, let's see if we can finally get through this 4. I'm waiting for it on rig. See if we can get through it.
Check.
They keep hitting 399 here, but they're going to have to get above this, and we just don't have the volume yet to do that.
Numero 4, por favor.
399 on what? Oh, RIG. Oh, it's like
Price, yeah, 399.
I was like, damn,
It's like, damn,
DTST
you guys-
went all the way there. I missed that one.
Q's coming back there on the right-hand side, looks like.
Yeah, they're coming up to test at 300. Very tempted.
SPY also
play it.
coming on back there a little bit.
Very tempted to play it. But
Good. So interesting question here, Greg Harris. Greg Harris, Ryan, are you using the strat? Greg, I do not use a strat-only trading strategy, despite talking with, learning from, and dealing with a lot of those stratters. However, I've noticed that because I'm staring at price action and candles so much, I've actually there. By the way, 399 down on rig, so we're at 4 here, Mitch. So I do incorporate some of the fundamentals from the strat. The biggest one is going to be reversals, right? So I'm always looking at different candles. So I will often see if a candle is a 1, 2, or a 3. But generally speaking, I'm looking for reversals. And when you get like a 2-2 reversal, when we trade back up and take out that previous candle, I normally either like to add or what I sometimes call front run the trade. Obviously, if you understand the strat, it's not really front running, but it kind of is given traditional technical analysis. So not fully, but I've adopted principles that I just see all of the time in my own trading. Good question, though.
Chapow. 10,000
Q's are gonna
shares going through there on rig. What do you got? What do you got on the Qs?
yeah, Q's still hanging out above 300. There's a pop above 300, currently at 320. And then you've got DTST trying to make a move above 360 as well. A little smackdown on AGR. See, this is why we go ahead and scale out. We had that 240 sell. Now it's at 235. Q's trying to figure life out at 300.
This is so boring for me on rig. Rig, hold up my rig. Yeah, hold up my rig. Take a dab right quick. Vroom going up. Oh, hell. Oh, hell's breaking loose then.
I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back. You guys can leave my charts up or whatever. I'm gonna turn my camera
No
off.
worries,
I'll be
no
right
I
back.
worries.
got you. I'm watching IQ here because their Chinese name kind of caught me by surprise here. Really just ran away from the VWAP. Not really a great trade here. I guess if you were quick this morning, a snap here of the 317. I didn't see this, though. It was a little late to be on my scanner, so I apologize for that. Watching it now, though. Ron, looking at GRR. GRR. Let's see what's going on with that. Okay, I don't have a ticker for that. Did I type it in wrong? Did you type it in wrong?
Grub.
Not really sure. AMC. Oh, look at this channel.
Yeah, I was watching it
This
earlier
trend.
through 12. It was looking interesting, and now it's gotten through that 12 mark, held the VWAP. Just keep pushing. Remember 1250 was that level that I gave in pre-market where it start looking strong on the hourly chart. Let's see if it gets to 13 now. That would be the next drive up towards 13. We'll see if it starts pushing. If it gets to 13, it could start running here. Finally, I got rig to start moving a little bit there. It's up towards 403. Let's get it through the 405. I'll take the profits and call it a day on rig.
Affirm moving towards the highs. Damn, Jonathan. Hey, Jonathan, I would have thought that this would have kept moving lower too. Moving towards the highs. 25.50 looks to be the next spot here. Check out Roblox. Roblox took out that 35 level that we talked about, pushing towards HOD here. Wave Week, you got to be ecstatic about this, my man. Let's go. You've been waiting on this.
There you go. Wave, focus on it.
Facebook
play.
curling back up towards the highs here. We had Chris Forsman, who's a really sweet options trader, in the chat earlier. Benzinga Pro member as well. Shout out to Chris. He was talking about Facebook right at the open here. Facebook up now from that mention, excuse me, and actually trying to take out this 200 and 202 level, which was resistance from last week. So we'll see if we can do that. By the way, your rig now 404 asks, so we continued to push up there.
Yes, sir. Waiting for this last little pop, and then we get out here. Waiting for last little pop here.
Ron, you were saying, sorry, GFF. This looked like this just popped too quickly. It looked like there was no trade there. Ex-dividend 2 days. Let's see what Griffin Corporation announcing review of strategic alternatives. I'd actually want to go through this to see. Analyzes sale, merger, and recapitalization options. Okay, there you go.
Really like Cat.
Moving up.
Caterpillar looks interesting here for a swing trade. I know that someone was talking about it in the chat earlier. I do like it. Would like for it to come back to be about one more time towards 205 and then break out to 207, but it could do it right here. Cat looking interesting here. Do like this trade here. DE also talked about it early on that I like these trades today. They look good there. Rig still not getting towards 405. I'm waiting for it. I'm trying to get 405. I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll take $4 right now. I mean, we'll still be in the green, but let's give it a chance here. Give it a chance to work. Rig. Can we get to the 405s? We'll see. All right, what's going on out there, guys? Jay saying this volatility is wild. And I do think so, too. I don't think he's wrong there. It looks like it's one of those days where it could be. It's a trap. It's a trap. Or you could be like a few moments later type of market. You never know in this market. I'll tell you one thing. Sometimes you got to be like, sometimes you got to run, baby. Sometimes you got to go running. We'll see what's going on in this market. I definitely see it like it's a harder market out there. You know how I can know? Because there's a lot of quietness in the chat there. Doesn't look like everyone's like, oh, I got this one, baby. So I know it's tough out there, guys, today. So smash the like. We'll still be here. Still not getting that 405 there in rig. Still holding on here. Holding on. 4 will get me out on the downside no matter what, because we're not going to let it come and stop us out even at break even. So I'm letting it just continue to stair step up. Why did I get into rig? Because I looked at BORR. And this one looked really good. This is one that we've talked about for a while now. Look how we talked about this one back here at $3. It's already up to $5. That's a 51% move there. BORR. Some of these kind of oil and gas drilling plays we have not been paying attention to, but they have been making great moves on up. So pay attention to those. HP looks interesting to me also. Nice little push on up on that one. Jonathan said, pretty good read on the room. Yeah, Jonathan, you could feel that, right? Everybody in the chat was like really bullish pre-market. Everybody in the chat was pretty bullish on the bottom of the market, but you can tell the uncertainty in the market when things get that kind of dead look. Like no one's calling bull plays, no one calling bear plays. They're just confused right now, and I think a lot of traders are confused. So if you're in that seat right now, don't think you're unlike the rest of us, and it's okay to be confused. Sometimes it's going to happen. The biggest thing I think when you're confused is risk management comes in the forefront. Not let me take more and more trade ideas to find out what side of the market I'm on.
And, you know, market catching here, right? So we traded down. We're bouncing pretty ferociously here. Apple bouncing. Looking
show us
good.
Show us some of those.
Tesla.
Show us some of that.
Yeah, here. Let's look at Tesla. Look at the intraday move, right? So this is when the market was selling off, right? Tesla moved down, what, 20 some points, got all that back here. Here's the move in the SPY that I was initially mentioning. We came down and we tested those lows here from Friday and bounced pretty ferociously. What I'd like to see here is, do we take out the high? Do we take out this 40? Let's call it 403. That's going to be our spot for SPY. Do we take out 403 to the upside here, or do we get rejected and retest some of these lows? 397. 397.66. Let's call it 397.50 is where we've got the lows from today. Affirmed plus 25, over 25 now. Wow. Yeah, so I see a couple of people in here, kind of what you were talking about, Mitch. I see thinking about it, saying no one is forcing you to trade if you don't know. No one can read the direction of this market. Yeah, confused is the right word. So I get a margin. I get a lot of the different comments here. This is why we're saying be careful, right? You don't want to be trapped in something. You don't want to get in something you can't get out of.
Yes, and now's not the time. I think in a like a bear type of market, or a market that you're seeing a lot of downside action, it's not the type of market to kind of like fight the tape. Let's go with the trend and continue going with the trend until the trend changes. If the trend changes even on your short-term time frame, then just trying to stick with the trend, I think right now is your friend. We'll see what happens. But I know that's a little bit cliche. You know, the trend is your friend.
Stock's moving here. Speaking of trend, sorry to interrupt, but pot stock's moving here. We got Aurora moving. We had Tilray moving. Sundial moving.
Sundial has earnings today, so that's probably the one that I would look at, just because I know it's a cheaper play. But I mean, if it has earnings, it's already getting a little bit of a focus. So just to give that one on my mind, I don't think that's a bad one there at 43 cents there. And risk off of 42. But like always, guys, make your own risk assessment there. But I might even take Sundial. I would look for a pullback here to 43s or 42 cents.
Some of these bios too. Rkda. So this was I think mentioned with the agricultural plays that we talked about with AGRI at the outset. DTST still, how are we doing here? Okay, so we're back down to view. This thing really hugging VWAP.
Not getting any pullback there on that sundial. It's up there already to 44 cents there. I didn't want to jump in there at the 44 cents, so I'm going to leave it alone. But I'll show you guys right now what I saw on sundial that interested me. You can see here on the 5-minute, nice little pullback, sideways action off of this. Started getting the volume, and it got a nice volume pop there. I wanted 43 cents. It's up there at 44. It's only a cent off, but could go up there towards maybe around 49 or 50 cents today. We'll see what happens there in sundial. Still in rig here, guys. Still in rig, trying to get on up there. Hasn't hit the 405. Now we'll look for actually to get through that 405 level, because if we hit it again on 405, we should get through it going to 410. Do have the stop here set at the 399. So if we do hit 399, we'll probably just get on out there, gain a cent on the trade, but giving ourselves a chance, and that's what matters.
Real quick here, the blind trader saying AGRI has been on my watch list for a while. Mine too. And I'll be honest, I actually want to take a swing long at this. I think vertical farming is probably a really good play. I think we're really, really early, but I don't want to do that right ahead of another potential sell. I'm actually waiting for the market to bottom here, but I like this one too. I've been watching this for a long time too. No position right now. Nice to see it having a nice day today.
Definitely a battle on out there, guys. The battles between the Bulls and the Bears is on, and the Bulls are trying to win here. The SPY coming back here towards 401.16. What would have us getting into more of a bullish stance is a move right through 402s going to 403s. That's what I would look for to see kind of bullish trend continue. So we'll see right now. It is testing up there towards 401.20s. 402 is an important price point on the upside to see that continue momentum.
Chris, again, nice to see you again. Says, could cannabis lead the great short squeeze of 2022? I don't know the answer to that, but I'll be honest. If that's what happens, hell yeah, like let's go. That'd be sweet to see. That'd be sweet to see.
Outrig, guys, outrig, 1 cent profit. Nothing really much there. Can't be mad. Gave myself a shot. So be it. It wouldn't have been much if I would have took profits there at like 403, or just been like nothing really on the gain. So I gave myself a shot. We'll take it break even or 1 cent above break even, which doesn't really do anything for us. But hey, there you go. We'll keep moving.
Preservation of capital, always a good idea. Look at Tilray, man. Pound in the highs.
It's good to know. It's good to
Pound
know.
in the
It's
highs.
short squeeze
Sundial
types of stock, right? Short squeeze type of stock. Let's take a look at GrowGen. That's another short squeeze type of stock, right? You see? Boom.
So you know what, Mitch? I'm glad that you bring this up because, like, real talk here, GRWG is one of the weed stocks, hot stocks, whatever you want to call them, that I like the most. This is
Real
more
quick,
of a
out on
thing behind the
HRI.
thing trade.
Sorry.
Say
Hang on.
again.
Whoa.
HRI, I got filled at that too. So this is why you want to have your limit orders out. Look at how we went ahead and got a pop to the 250s, and then it obviously took out my limit sell, and then it came right back down. Sorry to interrupt you there, but I saw that pop and I wanted to mention that we did get out on our limits.
She was moving fast there for Zunaid. What you got, Lord Ryan?
So I was just going to say, like, GRWG, I really, really like this. Jason really got me into this. The thing behind the thing trade. I think he's really onto something there. And GRWG, it doesn't matter what company that, you know, that makes the weed. You're still going to need equipment to grow the stuff. And I think that this is one of the stocks that might be the best plays in this sector. Operates retail hydroponic and organic gardening store. The firm is a marketer and distributor of nutrients, growing media, advanced indoor lighting, ventilation systems, and accessories for hydroponic gardening. To me, this seems like a pretty good winner.
Starter.
I like GRWG.
Starter on MOS, guys. MOS. Playing some agricultural input play here. Fertilizer beat in there at 78s, 64.78. Willing to add at VWAP and then hold towards the support. All right, guys. So taking MOS here, guys. You guys can see it here. Just got it in there at the 78, slightly above here, where you're seeing kind of that wick here. We're looking for a hold of the VWAP. It can come to VWAP, once it's a hold there, and I'm going to look for a take out of 65, going up through 65.37 towards 66. MOS. Let's see what we got. The Mosaic Company. Where's Jay in the chat? I know he's probably looking at this one. All right. Last time you were talking about trading patterns and sharing some. Hey, I always got some work. I'll tell you one thing, about 20 odd people, if not more than that, hit me up for that study guide. I think I've given out to like 40 people, guys. So, hey, power to you guys. I hope you guys are able to get something from it. That's what it's
Mitch,
all about.
you know, that's weird because I asked you for that and you didn't even respond.
I haven't gotten the email either. So
Yeah, and Mitch
I don't know.
didn't.
I don't know.
Holding
sure.
out on these guys, right? Holding out on them,
Holding
right?
out, man.
My boy gatekeeping. My boy gatekeeping.
my boy gatekeeping.
Hey, guys, did you guys send me the DM? Did you send me the DM?
Yes.
Lord
Do I
Ryan
need to
gets
screenshot it and pull it up here?
Lord Ryan gets it there.
Damn, I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I bet you won't screen share that screenshot.
Time out.
He's looking for it. I'm looking for Apple.
I found it.
I gotta put it up somewhere,
baby.
I'm gonna put it up somewhere where we can find it. Yeah.
Just Dropbox link it.
Yeah,
Google Drive link it.
I do have it on there, but the problem is that I always lose it. I have so many emails, man.
Mitch, can you check your Slack for 10 a.m. Wednesday, May 11th?
Do you see that? Do you see that, guys? Do you see that?
Did he even respond and say, "Hey, yeah, I got you later," or like, "Hey, no, I don't want to give it to you"? Did he give you
I got
anything?
no response. The next message is from me on Thursday, May 12th, asking him about how much a cup of coffee at Dutch Bros is. He answered that one. In fact, wait a sec. Let's
Damn, Mitch.
Here.
Damn, Mitch.
Mitch be out here, man. Look at here we go.
That's tough.
Oh
man. Hey, that's how it is, man. That's how it is.
That's bad.
So chat, listen, when Mitch tells you that we're doing all this for you and the process and this and that, know that he's telling the truth. He is holding out on his teammates, but giving you stuff for free. Take that
chat.
That's what we like.
Like Nagger says, guys, think of the chat first.
That's right.
The dogs know. The dogs go barking, man. I'm with the dogs and there. These guys on. They need my help. Come on, man.
Ooh, Ron coming out swinging now. Uh-oh.
It's terrible.
Dun, dun, dun,
It's terrible.
dun.
I was waiting for Apple to come back to test the 145.50s in near VWAP so I can go long. I did miss it before, so I was waiting for it to come back down. Has not quite done so.
All right, we'll see what's going on out there, guys. What do you guys got that you guys are taking a look at? I did see some kind of old school parabolic names. I'll call them old school because I used to follow them and they used to go parabolic. I haven't seen them do it in a while. But Rkda and Y10. Do you know any of those, Ryan? Have you ever heard of those?
Say again. Sorry.
Rkda.
Yeah, this was another one of the
Old
vertical
school
growing comps that we talked about this morning. This one, what was the other one? Y10?
Y10.
Yeah, YTEN, Yield 10 Biosciences. This is for vertical farming and agricultural. What do they call it?
Inputs.
Agricultural bioscience is what they call
it. Oh, bioscience.
Bioscience.
Get with it. Get with it. Yield 10 Bioscience. You guys see it. We'll see what happens there. I mean, it's in the plays that I'm playing, guys, with MOF and CF. It's another one you guys can watch to see if this one kind of gets going there too. So what I could do is I could diversify between the play. Instead of adding in MOS, take CF here and then just do it off the risk and return the same way. Just use the same capital to make sure that you don't kind of waste into this. But that's another way to kind of play it. Let's play the basket. Someone said I shorted Carvana 3 times already. That's my boy. That's how you do it, baby. You get that money, baby. The dark side is here. All right, let's go. Let's see what's going on out there, guys. If you guys got a stock that's been doing you well today, throw it up in the chat. We'll see.
I wish I could show you guys the family of birds that lives in the roof right outside here. There's basically a bunch of babies that have hatched and are now, I can hear them. And the parents take turns leaving the nest, finding grubs at the golf course across the street, bringing them back, eating all of the babies, and then repeating it the entire day.
Very with a beautiful pop over 14. Had this one on my radar, just completely missed it.
Next spot here on Veru is going to be Friday's high, which was 15.17. That's $1 higher from where we're at now. 13.87 was the pop spot on Veru that we just took out.
All right, guys, taking that CF trade, they got to show you guys that basket approach here, guys. So just got in there at the 10.0852 level. We're going to be holding towards the 108 bottom there. Looking for it to come back up through 109, through the 110s. And that'll give us that gain that we're looking for there. Of course, this is smaller share size. It's a bigger stock there, but trying to go ahead and show you guys the basket approach there. CF towards the upside, MOS to the upside also.
Jawan asking, can you take a look at UVXY for me? What do you want us to look at? Technicals really don't work on this since this is a derivative of the VIX. But as long as the market is trading up, this generally trading down, that's exactly what we're seeing here today. This thing getting melted looks like it's trying to use the VWAP as resistance. IQ highs. Yeah.
MOS reversing a little bit there, keeping an eye on them, making sure that we don't get through our risk here.
BBIG curling. Jessica, is that what's going on? Yes, it is. So it looks like it's trying to take out that 258 VWAP here on the 1 minute chart. This formation is what you'd like to see get taken out. Not yet, but that might move up. There goes Mitch. There goes Mitch. You know, I wonder if, to show you this nest, I wonder if I join StreamYard from my phone, if I could actually like point my camera at it and show you. It would be pretty cool. I'll try that out. Oh my God, look at VTNR.
Let's pull it up.
Look at VTNR. It is literally taking out. Is this all? Let me look left. Yeah, this is an all-time high. This high here is 1432. So it looks like we're on that. This you might get, in fact, let me actually adjust this. 1432. There we go. Okay. So it took it out by 1 cent, it looks like, and then got yanked back. I wonder if we trade above this, if we get a huge drop on this. Mitch,
all right.
I was wondering to myself, if I join StreamYard from my phone, can I use my camera to point it at the bird's nest?
Yes, you can.
Should be able
I can
to.
do that. Interesting.
Only thing we got to do is get you logged in. That's it.
I have to log in. I can't.
You can use the guest link and then add yourself to the
mean.
stream. There you go. That's what you could use.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have my iPad connected.
Yeah,
I
let
have
me try
my
that because that might
iPhone
be
connected. That's how I put Hendrix Cam up sometimes.
Hendrix Cam. I love that.
You gotta have a cam.
Let me see if this works, because this would actually be kind of cool. I'm a sucker for this type of animal stuff. So if anyone else likes this, then maybe worth it.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out here soon, but I want to see this bird's nest you got going on. Got me sticking around, that's for sure.
One just flew in there and fed them all. You can hear them. So
I'll tell you one thing. Might get stopped out at MOS, but feeling confident on Lucid there, guys. Was able to put an ad there today, almost at the high of day. Still at 1851 and added to the position. Now down to 1780s. So we'll keep watch. Lucid's starting to flush down, so be careful out there.
here we go. There we go. This is working.
About 13 cents from being stopped out in CF. We'll let you guys know if I
the
stopped out.
The Apple test of the 145.50s is here. What I don't like is that the Qs are below 300 and that they're also below VWAP, which is why I don't want to take it. I've already had a good day. I'm about to head out here in a minute after this bird's nest viewing of mine.
We ready, Ryan?
That out. Yeah, he is. I'm just gonna wait for him to.
We ready?
You want to add you?
Birds.
Yeah. So okay. So can we make it full screen? Okay. So that here, I want to mute my phone. That little hole right there has a nest in it, and there are, I would estimate, 5 babies. And pretty soon you'll see one of the adults fly back and fly into that hole and feed all of them. So
Can you put the camera sideways so that we could get like the full view?
Let me go adjust it. Let me go adjust it. Put the market back on. Let me go adjust it.
We'll watch you. We'll watch birds. We're bird watching here, guys. Smash the like for the birds, baby.
Do you hear them?
Oh, I hear them.
Yeah, we hear him. Yeah.
That's for sure.
Bird is the word.
Bird's the word.
There it goes. He's one of just left. Here, 1 second.
Bird's the word. I said a bird's the word. Bird the word. Hit that like button. Let's go, guys. What are you guys seeing in this market? Are we gonna get a run or what? What's going on out there, guys? Oh, I see. Oh, now we got the real bird action. There you go. That's what I wanted to see, the sideways action cam. Oh, I see the hole now. You see it up there at the top?
Yeah.
Right in the building. There you go. That's how you do it. Those birds are smart. They got the whole attic up there. This is how you get your power to get cut off of sudden the birds.
Yeah.
All right, I am going to I'm gonna take a quick shot here at Apple. Went ahead and got filled on the equity.
Look at this
side
guy,
at
Zunaid.
145.50.
He
Y'all
sticks
got me.
around enough. The trades
I know.
happen.
I know.
There you go. The bird cam is on there, guys. We got bird cam up. And Zunaid
There it
taking
goes.
Apple.
Yep. Gonna take Apple. I'm gonna take a small size here and then look to add maybe at the 145, depending on what the Qs are doing.
Long bird.
And I want to explain why I did go ahead and take Apple. And when I said, hey, the Qs are low, you had a little bit of a bounce in the Qs. That's what gave me a little bit of hope to get at least a small size here in case we do get at least a bit of a pop to maybe the 350 area or whatever. If Apple comes to about 145.75s, I would go ahead and start scaling out a little bit.
Hard candle rejection on the SPY from 402, guys. 402, just not getting through it. Remember, we talked about this level on the SPY, how important it was. If it could get to 402, I think we could get to 403 and then get a push. Reject hard from that level here, guys. Back down to VWAP.
Come on, Apple. Come on.
All right, we'll see what happened now and out there. The birds are chirping. Ryan's here. And, of course, Zunaid is trading, baby.
Yeah, my steps are going to have to wait.
You're gonna see him. One just flew in there. You're gonna see him exit here in a sec.
The steps got to wait, baby. All right, we'll see what's going on out there,
There it
guys.
goes.
Still
Nice.
in MOS and CF. I'll let you guys know if I do get stopped out on that one.
That's
but
awesome.
It's been a decent day for us.
And you know what's really cool about the bird thing is that one day, and I have no idea when this will be, but one day all of the babies will leave the nest at the same time. Last year they did the same thing, and one morning it was just one after another. The babies just drop out of the hole.
Back. There you go, baby. Stocks and storks. Hey,
Guy, I go ahead.
got
and
it all,
trade
man.
both.
We
I
got
go
it
ahead and
all.
trade both.
Man.
I'll tell you one thing, Lord Ryan, you probably don't have a hard time waking up in the morning.
No, I'm a morning person.
Yeah, the birds will let you know if you're too late.
You know what? You know what's crazy though is that like with bird noises, all I have to do is put a pillow over my head and I don't hear anything. So.
Oh yeah, man. Oxy, let's see, take a look at there. How's the oil trade out there? Yeah, it's bouncing off of there, off the support there. MRO bounced off of VWAP also, so we'll see how that's going. XOM was the leader. It's also off of VWAP. We'll see if it comes back through the 91, giving you some more uplift in oil. For the first time ever, I can start saying it, man. That oil is really starting to show up in the pockets. I pumped gas this weekend, and it was at 478, guys. Damn. I mean, I remember I was pumping below $3 there for a little while. So, boom, that's a big change right there.
Come on.
I need wings like these birds.
It's crazy. They'll do this all day. Anyway.
All right, Tilray being mentioned in the chat. Someone saying they're making money on the cannabis stocks, and you and me both, brother. Let's go.
Right, I'm gonna get stopped out of here on Apple.
Yeah, cannabis still moving on up there. Can we get some more talks? Did we get some news? Maybe Mitch McConnell, some Republicans talking or something.
All right, I'm gonna head out. But yeah, my entry on Apple was 145.50 on the commons. I got stopped at 145.28, it seems. But yeah, I'm gonna head out, get some steps in, get some water in. Always a pleasure hanging out with you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Take care of
Right.
Good luck today, my man.
Appreciate you.
Looks like Atlantic City is taking a leap of faith in gambling on weed to boost tourism and become the East Coast convention mecca. Who knows, guys? At least two big cannabis operators, Intus and Acreage, are already selling medicinal marijuana in Atlantic City and both eyeing a piece of the adult weed business. So there you guys have it. At least that's what I'm reading out there. That could start getting people to at least take a look there.
Sisid Yar, I'm probably pronouncing your name wrong. I'm sorry. You guys are saying, can you check oil plays Indo and Husa? Indo, this was just kind of more of a pump play. But and if we take a look at Husa here, the one thing I will say is that the bottom might not be in, or I guess the near-term bottom might not be in for oil. So if we have another like really big move up in oil, some of these smaller pretender day trader stocks might pop again. I wouldn't be holding these long term. I think that you're exposed to too much risk in these names.
Stopped out of CF there, guys. Stopped out of CF. More than likely going to get stopped out of MOS too. But Lucid's looking really good for our swing trade add-on today. That was a great ad that I got on Lucid. I'll explain you guys that right now.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's run through that.
Yeah, I'll let you guys show you guys right now. I'm just looking at MOS to see if I'm going to get stopped out here. Anything below this low should get us on out through the 64.20s. So let me make sure I have that ready just in case we get stopped out here on MOS. All right, so let's take a look there at Lucid there. I have it ready up there at the top here. So Lucid, we got in there, and I'm going to give you guys a timing here. Let me look into my tape here. The Lucid was at 943 essentially there. So now we can draw out that candle there. 943. It was right on this move up here. So we got short somewhere on that wick here. So there you guys have it. If you look to the right, you can see here how 1850s was above. Anything above that 1850s would have got me stopped out. As we came up through that level, I hit the short to add there and just doubled up the sizing. It didn't do too crazy. It didn't go like triple or 4 times the sizing, because then it would have been a completely new position. I just wanted to add the shares since we came back to close towards our break even, and we were going to hold for like maybe 2 or 3 cents above that break even spot. If we got stopped out, we got stopped out. But if this comes back through the 1750s, now we have double the amount for it to come right on back down towards the lower level, and I could let those shares just continue to work and continue on that break even pace to try to gain more on this trade.
Yeah, let me just answer Andy's question here. Hey, Mitch, do you guys hire from Canada too, or is it USA only on the remote opening positions? We hire from all over the place. We have Canadians that currently work for us. We have people in Europe, India, and Asia that work for us. So absolutely, it is not USA only. If you think that you would be a good fit and the culture here is something that you really like, absolutely apply. It does not matter where you live.
Definitely, I would agree with that. And like always, guys, reach out to us, man. If you think you have some skills that you can add to the team, that's really what it's all about, guys.
Yes, sir.
Like that's how I got here, guys, and that's what it's all about. If you think you can add to our team and you have an idea or some way that you can help us continue to grow, whether that be on YouTube, whether that be on Benzinga Pro, whether that be maybe you're just a writer and you want to write for us, reach on out, guys. We got plenty of opportunities on out here. And one of the things that I've never seen is Benzinga stop growing. So if you want to grow with us, come and join us. Australia too, man. We need some people to work some markets when we're not up, you know?
One of the regulars for happy hour is a gentleman from Australia. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning every time he joins. It's crazy. Looking around here.
Yeah, looking around indeed. Looking to see what happens on out there. Looking to see if Lucid's going to break through the 1780 area and keep coming on down. This is the swing trade that's been doing me the most, right? I talk about it all the time, how the swing trades are the ones that make me the most money, even though we made some good money on Beyond Meat short today. That's what we can look at again if we wanted to. But it's already breaking on down there. It tried to get up through these levels multiple times. We actually got 3060s, so we actually weren't far off of it today. We could have hung out there for a little while longer, but took some good profit in this one. All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping up here in about 14 minutes. We'll be getting you over to some futures action. So stick around, guys. We got a lot to keep going on through. And later in the week, guys, I will be out on Thursday. I think Ryan will be out on Thursday, but we'll still have a show. I'm going to make sure that we get somebody on here to go ahead and give you guys some live trading action, whether that be Spencer or AB. We'll see.
So just full disclosure, I am taking a vacation to celebrate my buddy's birthday this weekend. So Thursday, Friday,
Boom.
Monday, and Tuesday, I will not be here.
Man, Lord Brian going on a bender.
A bender. Oh man. No, that was
Thursday
years
to
ago,
Tuesday.
That
I
was
mean,
10
man.
years ago, man. That's been a
Thursday to
while.
Tuesday. They used to tell me that was a bender, baby. We'll see what's going on out there, guys. Stopped out there in MOS there. I'm out of that trade there, guys. So 2 losses today. Actually, I think 3 losses, and we still end in the green. Let me just add it up here. Let's take a look here. What we got? MOS was a little bit more than we expected there. We pushed a little bit there. We're still in the green, just slightly in the green today. Even though we got 3 losses and only 1 winner, we're still in the green. That's how you're able to go ahead and if you do the right risk to reward and the right profit to loss ratio, you can lose 3 times, win once, and still be in the green. That's what we did today and Beyond Meat.
David is asking your buddy or Buddy the cat? My buddy who lives in Arkansas.
Buddy's having a birthday and Ryan's taking off, baby.
Buddy isn't friend or the cat because those benders are really going to be different.
That catnip, man. Be careful
Chris,
with that
good
catnip.
luck, guys. I took the Nvidia put spread, longed it for 50 cents. If I can sell the underside for $1, I will turn the spread into a butterfly. Good luck with that, Chris. Thanks for posting your trade here. We really appreciate it.
Hey guys, I'm starting to see the SPY break on down there. It's looking like some shorts being able to be played on out there. So I'm looking for some of these plays to start breaking on down. We'll see what happens here. Q's breaking on down there too. So you could see some real downside start coming in here. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a look there. What else is going on out there? Disney. How's it Disney? Disney breaking down. Tesla breaking down too.
The market, you know what though, Mitch? The SPY's breaking back down here towards the low. So this is
This looks like
don't get sucked in on those pops.
Yeah, right now it looks like a lot of weakness there. The only thing that's pointing towards the upside right now, we got healthcare and energy up. Let's take a look at some of these healthcare names. The drug manufacturers are doing well today. They are holding up here. We'll see if they can continue to hold. Pfizer just cracked there a little bit, so that one could be the one that starts leading us back down. But hey, keeping a close eye on these. Johnson & Johnson looks interesting here. If it could hold this pullback, like this pullback off the VWAP there, if you're taking a look at that name. But it's definitely a slower trade, right? Whenever I trade these healthcare names, I don't expect to get like the biggest trade out of it. What I usually look for is a smaller trade or a shorter time frame. If not, then low sizing and let the trade work for me. Is how I would approach it there. We'll see if Johnson & Johnson can get up through the 178 level. You can see here it pulls back, gets up through that 178. It's going to be looking good to get up through there. Doesn't look bad there, Johnson & Johnson. All right, ARKK being called out there, starting to break on down there. You could take a look at SARK maybe for a trade on the upside. I would look for maybe one more pullback in SARK towards 65.30s, then getting up through the 66 level. Does not look too bad there. We'll see what happens on the SARK if it comes on back here and then breaks out through 66. Spy. I spy with my little eyes. Where is it going to go? I don't know. If I knew, I would tell you guys. I'd tell you. I would. If I knew, I would.
Chris,
but I don't know.
FB chart looks a lot healthier than SPY. I hate Facebook as a company. I would never trade them, but you are correct. That chart absolutely looking a little bit healthier. In fact, looking at this 5-minute chart here real quick, Chris, if we can continue to consolidate here, I think we're going to break in one direction or another. To your point here, it looks like we are up off the bottom, and we would want to actually break this trend, right? We would want to take this trend out right here. So we'll see if that ends up materializing. This chart definitely looking healthier than the SPY. If we take a look at the SPY's all over, but this to me looks like we want to retest 398. We'll see.
Yeah, to me, I think that 200 stands out to you. You might get a couple wicks there, but anything
on FB, you mean?
Mm-hmm. 200 right above it stands out for me. If you're going to go play long, I think you wait till it closes above 200. At least from my eyes, that's how I would approach it. I would look for a close above 200. Here's where I'd actually be shorting off the 200. So that's why I think you're completely right there in what you're saying, Ryan. You're like in an in-between spot right now. The intraday leads you to the upside. The hourly charts and daily leads you to the downside. So that's where it can be conflicting on multi time frames, right? So that's why we look at sometimes does the multiple time frames add up? You know, if it looked like a daily breakout on the daily, then it looks good on the hourly, then it looks good on the 15, then it looks good on the 1. Those are going to be what I call high conviction trades, where you got multi time frame lining on up, and you can get that push because multiple traders looking around the same spot brings that psychological factor into play. We'll see what's going on out there. Definitely some choppy sign. Is it a good sign for the market reversal after Thursday and Friday that we're getting a little bit of choppiness here? Honestly, you can't say either way. I think what you need to be looking for more long is how does growth react? And growth is getting crushed right now, at least from what I'm looking at. How I can tell, I go to ARKK. Look at all the red here. Look at the limited amount of green names. Only 3 names in the green. The rest of them all in the red. So what does this mean? That it could have just been a dash for trash, dead cat rally. Now, what do I want to see? I want to see these names continuing to close into the green, showing us that growth is back. And then we start seeing kind of these leaders really start pushing back like Apple. But right now, is that what we're getting? Apple's not looking strong today, at least in my eyes.
Not at all.
Tesla, not looking strong today in my
Tesla
eyes.
pounding the lows right now.
Yeah, literally. That's why I'm trying to point towards the leadership, guys, and point towards things that are bigger, like Microsoft. Does this look like a bullish chart?
Amazon
looks like it wants to take out the lows, back down. And remember what I said in the pre-market? Amazon would be a big determining factor. Do we go back down towards 2,000, or do we get Amazon to come back? Why is Amazon such a big determining factor? For me, it's such a big determining factor because it's in so many portfolios, guys. The market goes where the portfolios are, at least in my eyes, and the rotation here is towards the downside, at least through these e-commerce names. We haven't seen the strength in e-commerce. We got another weak signal today by Wix. So there's one that looks like for like a short for me. I actually like Wix right now for a short down, right back down there towards 65. It's fought to get back above 72. Trying to fight. If the market is going to go ahead and give us a down tick here, a good move down, I like Wix towards the downside.
Yeah, the chart's starting to look worse and worse.
We'll see what happens. I mean, it's definitely. I'll just keep an eye out on that leadership. That's what I think. You know, Let's see. Apple takes out the lows. You already know. Like, don't fight the tapes, guys. Don't fight it.
Apple's the easy tell, right? If Apple's struggling, I guess you could assume that there's going to be quite a bit of other stocks struggling. Excuse me.
Yeah, especially from where we got Apple, right? It gapped down significantly through last week, and we were expecting a rally back towards those, and we're not getting it. Getting actual weak action there in Apple today.
No, and if we come into, if Apple comes down another 14 points here at 130s, I think maybe that might mark that near-term bottom. That would be down from a high of 183. So $53 in Apple from the high to the low if we do end up going down there.
All right, how's our Qs looking? Our Qs aren't looking the best either. Nvidia, AMD, I'm starting to see crack down. AMD pulling back a little bit. Still hasn't gotten below VWAP. This was the one that I was looking for a short, maybe Nvidia at that VWAP trade right there. As you crack VWAP, look for it to come back to VWAP around 175.16. VWAP was 175.13. You could have been holding towards above that level, the next high, or even one candle up higher than that. You could have gone for the 175.89 level or 176 level to get a short on Nvidia right back down through 173. We'll see if that can continue on the downside. AMD starting to get cracked towards the VWAP there. I would look for a move towards 95s, but we'll see what happens there. All right, got about 4 minutes left, guys. 4 minutes left, guys. So we're going to start wrapping on up.
Yeah, I got to
Lord Ryan, we'll get you on out of here. Yes. Blue shirt, baby. Let's go.
Go back to the blue shirt today, Mitch.
Hey, there's only one way, baby. Got to work what works for you. Comfortable. What do you like? understand personality is so important to how we do it in trading, how we do it in life. You got to find what shirts you like, what makes you feel comfortable. And you could tell my boy Lord Ryan likes his blue shirts.
I'll tell you what, you know what I like? Blue's a really great color. I like a lot of colors, but I really like dry fit shirts. Dry fit shirts are where it is at.
The golf shirts, baby, the golf.
Dry fit shirts are where it's at. All right, folks, take care. We will see you tomorrow.
All right, guys, let me go ahead and get Ryan on out of here. If you guys got a stock you guys want to take a look at, please throw it on up here, guys. We're starting to see some downside action. Definitely continue. Lucid, baby, back down to 1765s. I'm glad I got that ad today. That ad itself can make me a good gain here. So we'll see what happens there. You guys know I'm a bear in Lucid right now. And we'll take a look here. If we get on back down there, we definitely held towards the 1853s, right back down to support. Where's support here? We're going to look for 1728s to crack through the 17s, getting us right back down to 16. Then we get down to 1585. There's a gap right between 1625 and 1572. That's where we'll take our first profit look again on the shares that we just added back. Then we'll look for a takedown through the 14, going back down towards, let's say, 12 on the last little bit of shares here. I do think it could eventually go to 10, but I'm more than happy if it can go back down there towards 12 to take the last bit of profit. We'll see if we can get on down there and get Lucid to crush down. All right, what's going on out there, guys? Hit the like button, guys. I hope this isn't really true, guys. I hope it isn't only at 35 likes. I'll freak out, man. You guys trying to get me fired, dude? Come on, guys. Hit the like button. Support me. Support us, guys. All right, guys, we'll see what's going on out there. IMMR being mentioned in the chat. We'll see you there. What is support for Tesla? I'll take a look there in a second. IMMR taking off there. Nice little push there into the 569 level. I love that VWAP bounce. Love how it's holding trend here, guys. So you can see here, it's just holding sideways upward action. You have had about one move up, two moves up. Look for this third move to really break on out here as you keep trying to get on up there through these levels. Let's look for this to kind of break on through this level, then hold any pullbacks. 567. Where's the next level up? Let's take a look at the hourly chart. What do we got here? Next level up for us is going to be towards 615s or $6. You can maybe put it at, and so we'll put it at there, right there around $6 here. There it is, $6. We'll see if this can get on up there towards the 6. It's at 567. That'd be about 30-cent move on up. And if we measure the flag here, what do we got? We got about 36 cents. So it's not a bad outlook for MMR to get on up there towards 6. We'll see if it can get on up there and make some breakout. Definitely hit the like. Let's go. Let's go. What do we got on out there? Come on. All right, now that's much better. I see 180. Okay, all right, yeah, I was about to kick myself, man. Hit the like, guys. Support us as we support you guys. Ford, $13 puts. It's not a bad look. Let's take a look at Ford. $13 puts. That's what's being called out there. It's not a bad one. I mean, take a look at the daily. You do have a gap down into that area. So if we come back into this area, you're going to get a nice profit there for, let's say, those 13s being mentioned there. That gets you into 1280s, and it could easily come back down towards 1242 there in Ford. So it's not a bad one to take a look at, and at least you know you're out. My out would be yesterday's high on Friday's high, which would be 1370. And so, yes, from right now, I mean, you're only looking at 5 cents down for the put at 13. But if you got in it somewhere near, let's say, the 1340s or 1350s, I don't think that's a bad approach. But like always, make your own risk assessments there. It does look like we're coming on down there. Apple breaking on down there, guys. Definitely seeing some weakness there in Apple. It just broke through the low of the day there. We'll see if it continues on down. SPY weakening out there, down there towards 398. We'll see what happens here. Q's also looking really weak here. Netflix starting to get into the red there. It's starting to break on down there towards the 188. We were talking about this one often on pre-market prep. I still think it's a no touch because I'm looking for cheaper valuations. But, hey, we'll see what happens if this one can come back through the 200 and get back roaring. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to get you guys over to, of course, the futures action. Stay tuned, guys. We'll get you guys on over right now to some futures action. Stay tuned. hit the like button. Let's go ahead and get you guys on over. Spencer's waiting for you guys, so I'll see you guys on over at the futures action. Let's go.